What's up, beautiful people? It is the beginning of the month, which means time to plan out all of my content for this month. I've been doing this for a while, y'all. I've been a content creator since the very end of 2018. So I have a pretty good process. I don't always follow it to a T every month, but I'm gonna give it what I got today. So let's go plan some content. First things first is deciding the goal of the month. So do I want to get more members in Creator College? Do I want to really push a webinar or some sort of offer? Or do I want this to be more of a fun month where it's a vlog heavy? What does my overall schedule look like? Like, how much recording am I actually going to be able to do this month? So that's the first thing I do, is like cross-check my personal life schedule, and then I also think about the overall big picture goal for this month. So for this month, I want to make sure I upload one pod vlog every week, which are basically my podcast style audio mixed with vlog style visuals, so the podcast audio can stand alone. So it's a little bit different from a voiceover vlog where I would basically be describing what you're seeing. It's like the audio can live by itself. So I am going to be posting one of those every week, and then I also want to make sure that I do a little bit more type of content where I'm sharing about how to create content, kind of like this video. I haven't been sharing as much of that type of content lately, so I do want to make sure I intermix a couple of videos for my marketing and content girlies who need a little bit of help. So I'm going to go into this app where I can see a calendar view of upcoming dates, and I'm just gonna add in all of the sponsorships that I have coming up. That helps me also know, like, you already have a video done, you already have a piece of content that needs to go live this day, so don't schedule an organic video when you already have a video that's slotted for that day. So that's also a big part of like cross-checking my personal calendar, my sponsorship calendar, and figuring out the goal of the overall month. Okay, here is my tentative list of content. I took it through like mid-June, but this is all in an app called Todoist, and now I'm going to put it on my jumbo calendar so I can see everything nice and visually in the calendar.
You better turn up. You better be there when I shake. Watch me rocking if I can't stop. If I should fall, just go ahead. Go and catch me, baby. Ooh, I live it. That's my true.
All right, now I've put everything on my jumbo calendar. Once I do that, I usually start outlining all of my videos on a piece of paper. I really do not overthink the outline process anymore. I used to have very extensive templates that I used, but rarely did I fill them all out. And I'm really just at this point where keeping everything simple is my vibe. That's where top 3 came from in general. So I realized that if I overdo something and add too much detail too early on, then I'm not going to actually execute it. It's just gonna be too much. And I use that notebook while I'm recording. So in between takes, I'll record and then I'll jot down, or I'll look down, and then I'll start back speaking to the camera once I look at my notes. And that's about it. And I try to batch outline, so if I know I'm gonna record 4 videos in one day, I try to have all of those videos outlined before the day I shoot. Otherwise, I'm not gonna end up shooting because I'll spend too much time outlining and then I won't shoot.
Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this.
part, which is the creative part of it. And a lot of the creativity is in the post-production. I love that Gary Vee says, just document as much as possible and then create the storyline after the fact. Now, that can be a little bit tricky if you don't really know what you're doing, but you always want to go into creating video content with a storyline. So that's why I always plan out the topics, do the outline, all of that. But the fun part, where you can really bring it to life, is in the editing. Now, while that's cooking, let's talk about post-production, because that is where the magic happens. Okay, so post-production is where you can really make some magic happen. You can really make your content pop in post, okay? So one of the ways I really like to make my content pop in post and just add that creative flair is music. This portion of the video is sponsored by Epidemic Sound. Now, I am obsessed with finding great music for my content, especially my vlogs, because I am one who believes that music just pulls people in. It's something that connects us. It can help, you know, push the storyline forward. It can help evoke feeling while someone is watching it. It can help tell a story even better than you can. And picking the right song, it can take some time, so you might spend a little bit of time sifting through the catalogs. And Epidemic Sound has a huge catalog. They have 40,000 tracks, over 90,000 sound effects. And y'all, these are not just any old kind of songs. These are professionally produced, high quality songs. They also have new tracks every week to give your content a fresh spin. And they have themes and playlists for specific user purposes. And what I love about Epidemic Sound is that it doesn't matter if you are creating YouTube videos and using this music for your personal brand, or if you have an agency and you are using these for client videos, they have a plan for you. They have a personal plan and they have a commercial use plan. Now, the key to picking a good track is also knowing that you can edit to the track. So some people would like to pick their music beforehand, especially if you're vlogging and you know this is gonna be a song that kind of carries the entire video. And this is where you wanna really zero in on your own content creation process. But for me, I typically pick my music toward the end. If you're somebody who needs to pick your music beforehand, that's also a good way to start your project, so you know what kind of speed your video is gonna have. So if you know you wanna edit to the music, like the main beat of the song, then you already are going into the post-production knowing exactly what your vision is. So that's another good thing about picking a good song for a project, is that you want to make sure you can edit to that beat or do creative things with it to kind of make it pop and amp it up in the post-production. Now, in addition to using Epidemic Sound in your videos safely and not worrying about getting copyrighted, you can also join their loyalty program and earn rewards, get subscription discounts, and so much more. And once you accumulate 12 refers, you get to become an ambassador and actually start earning affiliate income. So they are really looking out for their users, which is something that I really appreciate. As a content creator, we're always referring people and like sharing links and sharing resources, and it's nice when companies give you a little bit of kickback for that. So check out Epidemic Sound. You can get a free trial for 30 days. See if you like it, browse the catalog, and just listen to some of the great music that they have on the platform. If Epidemic Sound sounds like something you want to try, click the link down below and you can join with a free trial for the personal plan or the commercial plan, and just see if you like it. I know you're gonna be obsessed. Let me go check on my denim. Overall, I want you to have fun with creating content. This process should feel more seamless than not. So if you're feeling like you constantly get stuck at the recording part, maybe try switching up the format that you record. Maybe sit down videos aren't for you. Maybe you're more of a vlogger, or vice versa. Maybe you wanna do more podcast style video instead of, you know, sit down super formal. So just try to find your style and pay close attention to, in this process, where do you get stuck the most at? Or if it's in the outline phase, try maybe using a teleprompter, or try something new to kind of break up what you think you're supposed to be doing. So I wanted to share my process just in case you feel like you're just kind of in a rut with your content, and give you a peek inside of how I go about creating. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks again to Epidemic Sound for sponsoring, and I will see you guys in the next one.